It's a really great group of women, obviously, because it is such a small community. We all have such different interests, but I think what WOW does for us and the resources we have is really special, just in the contacts and what we're able to do with the Women's Center and the trips we're able to take. For example, we went on a fall break trip in which we were in Washington, D.C., and we met with all of these different women's groups who were working on empowering women and encouraging them to run for political office and just focus on women's issues in general. And that was really great, and I don't know if it's something that other communities can necessarily take part in, and I don't know if they have those resources in which you're able to really make such great and professional connections like this early in your college career, which I think is really important. And just the friendship in general, like it's definitely some of the closest friends I have here, and that's because of the community. That's because of the things we're doing together and the things we're learning together and the class that we're taking together, and all of those things really just make for a great experience in general, in the dorm and outside of it as well.
I have to say my favorite part of the Village is the field trips we go on, and like also the different opportunities that were presented. Like for instance, last year we got to meet Melissa Harris Perry at Wake Forest, and that was probably one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life because it was really fun and interesting.
I just felt like automatically we bonded together, and it's a little bit different than a sorority kind of bonding. I think it was more about the things that we cared about, but we really have just become a family in the last couple months.
We have these really great RAs and mentors that help us along. Like if we were, like last year I had to take an Intro to Women and Gender Studies class, and it was really nice because everyone else in our hallway was also taking the class at the same time as part of WOW. And so whenever I had a question on an essay or maybe something we were discussing in class, I always knew where to turn to. Like I always knew my mentors and my RA would be there to help me.
It was really nice to from the get-go to have older people that were living with me that have had experience in the stuff that I've been doing. You know, whether it's academic advice or just how to get somewhere, I felt like I automatically had people to go to that it wasn't in more of a formal setting. We were already, you know, bonding and living together and being as friends, but they were also kind of like guides.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend WOW for incoming students just because it can be surprisingly difficult, I guess, to make friends in college or to make friends that you really feel like you have a connection to, and so I think a living learning community, and especially WOW, is really great for that, just because it is so small and you're so focused on just helping each other and building each other up and really concentrating on the specific skills you all can learn to better each other. And I think that's been so helpful, and like I said, I have some of my closest friends that are in WOW, and it's because of that community. So I definitely recommend it.
I wish there was a men's social justice dorm because I think that'd be a great success as well. But if you're a woman, you should definitely consider joining WOW. You don't have to be aligned with a political group or anything like that. If you just have a passion for women's issues from any place across the spectrum, I think you should consider it.